Hi everyone, welcome to week 14, our last week before finals week. So if you've made it this far in human biology, I think you're doing pretty well. I think you're going to make it through the course, or at least make through the content of the course. And so this week, the only thing that you are responsible for is exam number 4. And remember, we're going to be using Respondus just like we have in the past for exam number 4. Exam number 4 covers, it's 39 multiple choice, covers lecture material from weeks 10, 11, 12, and 13. That is the senses, DNA evolution and immunity, infectious disease, and the anatomy of the urinary, endocrine, and reproductive systems. So we've got all sorts of, a lot of variety going on this week. The exam number 4 is due at the same interval as all the other exams. It's due on Sunday at the end of the week at 11:59 p.m. So the one exception for dates is the due date for a late exam where you can get up to 50% credit is Thursday, not Sunday of week 15, because the semester's over by then. It's due by Thursday, December 14th at 12 noon. So Thursday, December 14th at 12 noon is also the due date for the final exam during week 15. So you're going to take exam number 4 during week 14, and your final exam is due Thursday in week 15. Let's see. I've had somebody ask me about how do I study for the final exam. Well, the first thing I would do is I would make sure you know what grade you need. So you can go to your grades and see how many points you have and compare that to the syllabus. So you can see on the syllabus that the final exam is worth 100 points. So if you look at the points that you have now, there's a little table at the bottom of the page in your syllabus that has the point ranges. And so you can see which category you're shooting for to get what grade. And we've gone exactly by the syllabus. We have the right number of points that's listed there. So if you have 560 points and you want to get a B, you only need 8 points. You need 568 to get a B. Okay, but you're also within range of an A at that point, because you could get if you got 100, you'd get an A. Even less than 100. But you can look at the points and figure out how many you need. That's the first thing I generally do before I get ready for finals, is I say, do I need like an A, B, C, or D on this exam? And that it does have a big impact on how much you need to study. Doesn't mean you, I'm not going to discourage you from studying, but the idea is if you don't need a high grade in one class, but you need a really high grade in another, you can decide to study more for one class over the other. So know your grade, and then based on what you need to know about your grade is I would just start kind of scanning through your notes and figuring out like where am I strong, where am I weak. If you don't need a very high grade, I would concentrate mostly on your strong areas. If you need a really high grade, you got to kind of review everything. You can do it in different ways. Now, you don't have all the old exams, but you do have the wrong answers from the old exams. You could look at those. You can also go back and do some of the questions from the adaptive learning assignments. You can redo those. It doesn't change your grade if you do it again. So you can do some of those adaptive learning again and just do a few of the questions. You don't have to do them all. And that can be a way to practice. So I would definitely, kind of run through vocabulary lists, remind yourself of vocabulary. That's probably a great place to start is looking at vocabulary. So it's just a matter of the way I wrote the test is it's spread evenly out through the lecture material for the semester. So I would just kind of look through each one of those topics and spend a little bit of time and figure out which ones you're strong on, which ones you're weak on, and how much time you need to spend to get that done. So to to know it well. So what are we talking about? We have 14 weeks, 14 topics. So I'd be looking through the vocabulary lists, test yourself on some of those learning outcomes, and even review the questions you got wrong in tests. Talk to me if you need any help. Thank you for your effort this semester. I appreciate it, and good luck on exam 4 and your final exam next week.